Hi, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com, and today we're making this card. And this is a technique using the Stamparatus called reverse stamping. We're using this stamp set called Hedgehugs because we love hedgehogs. So these creatures immediately caught our eye, but also the mushrooms here, because obviously you know Sean loves mushrooms, so we have mushrooms in all my photographs. So I wanted to use this stamp set, but I quite liked the idea of having two of these facing each other, especially when you've got like adorable you sending hedgehogs your way. You know, it could be a Valentine's Day card or an anniversary card. So I decided to make this card showing how you use the Stamparatus to create this reverse image. So there's obviously only one stamp. You have this stamp so they can face each other that way, but if you just want to have this stamp reversed or this stamp reversed, then you can use this technique that I'll show you to come up with a reverse image. And you can use it with lots of different images that we have. Pretty much any image that we have will work this way. You just have to make sure you have enough room on your Stamparatus plate for the stamp to stamp, and then for you to turn the card over and it will work. So it'll all become clear in a minute. Anyway, so I just added some copper trim down here, this lovely metallic copper trim, and we're using Real Red Early Espresso, and this little heart is from the Brights enamel shapes. Brights enamel shapes. So they come in a big packet like this, and each colour in the Brights range has its own sheet. You can see I've used quite a lot of Real Red, and that's what I use there for the little heart. So let's get started then. So to do this technique, we are going to need a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this one is cut down to 13.9 by 9.5 centimetres. We're also going to need a piece of crumb cake, also cut down, this time 14.4 by 10, and a piece of Early Espresso that was half of an A4 sheet. We're going to cut that, fold that in half rather, to make our card base. And you'll also need one of these. This is the Stampin Up silicone mat, which you can get from my catalogue, and it's a heat-proof mat that we've used before for things like heat embossing, making seals and things, also making enamel drops and stuff like that. So it's you know, it's rubbery and it's silicone basically. So anyway, we're going to need one of those. So I'm just going to move this up a little bit now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ink up our hedgehog and our mushrooms, but we want them to be in different colours. So we're going to have our hedgehog here, okay, oops, like that. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to take him over and ink him up on this side, and we're going to ink him up in Early Espresso. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to stamp him down like that. Oh, he needs a bit more ink. Needs a little bit darker, I think. There we go, that's fine. Okay, so he's now inked up. So now we're going to put the mushrooms on, but obviously the mushrooms need to be red because mushrooms have got red tops on. These are fairy mushrooms. So we're going to take those down here and then pick that up on that side. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. I've picked it up on that side, if you can see. And he's going to be in Real Red for the mushrooms. Okay. There we are. Okay. So pop him back in. And now bring that down. See, he's coming down there. Lovely. Look. Lovely little mushrooms. Could actually have done them a little bit closer, but that's okay. So now we're going to get into the magic of it, and the magic of it is that we want to have that again in exactly reverse, image because we want to mirror it. So we take the piece of cardstock away, and this is where the silicone mat comes in. So we're going to go back in. So we're just going to ink up our hedgehog. Make sure it's nice and inky. And you want to try and do this in one go. And you don't want to pick the ink back up again off the silicone mat back onto the rubber. There we go. Let's see how that is. And then we're going to take the mushrooms and do exactly the same. And again, just come down here, ink, and back up. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, because we lined that up exactly with the corner, we can now take our cardstock where we've done our hedgehog and our mushrooms, and we're going to then just place that back down exactly in the corners and just rub. And what we're doing is we're now transferring that ink from the silicone mat to our cardstock. So now if we lift up, there we go, we have another hedgehog. Now we need him to be darker, so we're going to do him again. And do the red again. And this is the blissful thing about this, is you're going back exactly in the same place. So you can do this as many times as you need to, just to get yourself a really good second image. And again, hold it, let it soak in all the ink. Okay, and then we lift. See, it's getting darker every time. And then we just do that again. I think one more should do him. I think he needs to be a bit darker at the front. So we'll add a little bit more ink back to the front. There we go. And then I think I missed just a little bit of the red. So we'll pop a bit more red down. There we go. And then again into the corner. Make sure it's at both edges before you lay it down, and then hold while you soak that ink up. There we go. Look, aren't they cute? And now you've got two perfect hedgehogs with two perfect mushrooms. Look at that. So there you go. That's how you then, obviously you then just attach that together, add a few bits more of the stamping and pop it on the base and turn that into our finished card. And then we're just going to finish off the little heart and all that kind of stuff, and then there you go, it's going to be good to go. So that's how you use your Stamparatus to do reverse stamping. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please come back and watch the next one. Alrighty, thanks very much. Cheers, bye.